Hello Scorpio, thank you for joining me for your weekly reading. So we are looking at the 4th of May to the 11th of May. I need to do your read a little bit differently today. So usually I do like your spirit animal, your rune, and then your healing crystal. So because you guys have just had those particular messages on literally just a couple of days ago, wasn't it? It was on Friday. So I don't want you guys getting bored with the messages that are coming out for you. So I'm going to pull from a combination of 3 different oracles. We're going to take a look at the Tealeaf, the tarot, and then we'll do the usual guidance and healing messages and all that, okay? So yeah, it's just in case anyone's wondering, you know, where's the spirit animal decks gone and the runes. Yeah, you've already had those messages. So anyway, this week you've got making magic. Whatever you touch turns to gold, and you manifest like the powerhouse you truly are. So obviously a fantastic start to the week, Scorpio. You're literally making magic, okay? It's having that Midas touch, and a little bit of confidence this week is going to go a long way, okay? Definitely approach this week with this optimistic mindset, okay? Not toxic positivity, but an optimistic mindset. Trying something new, seeing what happens, and hey, if it doesn't work out, you can always revisit, okay? No harm, no foul. But this is implying that you're not likely going to fuck up anyway, okay? It's literally having the Midas touch. So any plans that you have this week, any ideas that you're needing to put into motion, this is going to be the perfect week for you guys to start that, okay? Then you've got moonlit wine, altered state, conjuring up a magic cocktail, sweet release, and living in the moment. Now, obviously, an altered state in negative setups, like, so if this making magic card wasn't here, if this was something else other than making magic, then that altered state would indicate you know, I've got to be careful because it's on YouTube, this one, isn't it? I can't speak as freely. Altered state substances. Okay, let's just use that word, substances. That implication is not here this week, okay? It isn't, because of the energy that it's come out with. All right, that's what I'm saying. You've got to read the cards according to the other messages that they accompany, okay, rather than just one card and then move on to the next. A tarot doesn't work that way. You've got to combine everything, right? So this particular altered state is in reference to you're altering the current state of play for you specifically. So the current state of play could have been quite down, it could have been a bit negative, okay? Now you're bringing it all up. It's really, it's uplifting yourself, okay? That's the altered state that they're referencing to, rather than the other type of altered state. So just to clarify that. You're conjuring up some sort of magic cocktail. Now, that could literally be getting into making, I don't know, spells and tinctures and stuff. It could be. The only thing I would say with any sort of spells is be mindful that you're not interfering with the free will of another person, okay? Everything else, go for it. Go for it. Have a great time. Okay, just don't interfere with the free will of anyone else if you are doing stuff like that. A sweet release and living in the moment. So this energy indicates having something to look forward to. Okay, so enjoying a really good, productive week, a week of you doing the things that you want, being very effective, okay? Manifesting what you need, manifesting what you want, and just genuinely really enjoying the moment. What else for Scorpio, please? Yeah, full circle. Something's coming full circle this week, Scorpio. Coming to completion, the past is present and begin again. Okay, so full circle. I feel with this one, closing out important cycles, okay, that were needing to be closed out. So again, more victory, more abundance. And the way that this one is illustrated, you've got this beautiful ocean with the full moon, and both the full moon and the ocean can indicate feelings. Okay, so really a lot of good feelings this week. Very, very intuitive energies also that's coming through here. Now with this wave, I'm getting the message of acceptance. It's like the ebbs and flows, the waves. There's certainly not any sense of urgency with this energy. It literally is taking everything as and when it comes, and just being more chill, more relaxed. Less wound up, less tense. Okay, it's quite the opposite. So yeah, a really good energy that you guys are working with this month. A beautiful outlook as well. Right, so let's take a look at the tea leaf and we'll see what messages are coming through for you there. And then we're going to clarify everything with the tarot. So we are going to take a deep dive into this, okay? Oh, where's that one gone? It's landed on the floor. Okay, so the quill in the upright position, this one landed on the floor, and it says get back to basics. Now, this is also an implement of communication. In the olden days, writing down your thoughts, writing down letters. It's time for you to take something back to the basics. You've got the bowl in reverse, plenty of material things, and then the sunrise in the upright, new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. Now, this energy here is concerning because it is in the reverse. It's plenty of material things in the reverse. So here's the thing, right? I'm not seeing that you're going to be losing anything this week, right? That's not what it's getting at. It's concerning because initially it feels negative, but then the bigger picture is far more positive, right? This is you actively getting rid of something here. Right, you're taking it back to the basics, you're getting rid of something, and then you're opening up your energy to brand new creative ideas, brand new ventures, a fresh start. Okay, this energy, when we combine all 6 cards together, nothing negative about it. This is you, this is your action here. So rather than someone else taking from you, okay, which normally that one can imply, in this context, this is you taking full control of absolutely everything this week. And it looks like you're downsizing somewhat, you're decluttering, okay? Now, that could be literally decluttering your home, getting rid of shit that you no longer want with this bowl in the reverse. Or it could literally be you're getting rid of faulty ideas that you had in your head about yourself that were keeping you stuck. You could be getting rid of certain individuals in your life who are, just dragging you down and not treating you like a decent human being. Okay, it could be anything. Thoughts, things, people. Okay, take it as it resonates. I do apologize. I live in quite a densely populated cul-de-sac, and there's someone outside at the moment with one of their bikes. They don't actually drive it around, which is really weird. They just they sit it outside their house, and then for a couple of hours each day they just let it run, but they don't ever actually drive anywhere. It's strange. So yeah, just in case the additional sounds coming through the microphone, it's not something that I can control. Okay. So yeah, this energy is indicating that you're downsizing or decluttering in some way, shape or form. You're making room for a happiness. You're making room for more peace in your life here, for more opportunities, basically. Alright, so can you tell us more about this energy for Scorpio, please? What's this making magic with getting back to the basics? If you're struggling to see, because making magic, that's a very fruitful, successful energy. So if you feel that you're struggling to be successful with anything, then they're telling you, okay, so take it back to basics then. And that's going to help you out exponentially. Okay, so if you're one of these Scorpios and you're like, well, I don't feel that great this week, I don't feel very successful, then take things back to the basics by not overly complicating the situation for yourself. Okay, keep it simple, basically. So this is making magic with getting back to the basics for Scorpio, please. Ooh, yeah, the Five of Wands. Conflict, it can be pushback, resistance. Okay, with that Five of Wands, it's trials of strength as well. It's trials of strength. How hard can you push yourself? How hard do you need to push yourself? Or has that been the problem all along? Have you been pushing yourself too hard and that's been causing resistance? It's possible, especially with this energy right here. Okay. So sometimes when you try and push too hard for what it is that you want, you can accidentally push away the thing that you want. Okay. A lot of times it can be counterintuitive. That's what Spirit's saying here. Making magic, get back to the basics, Five of Wands. So with you pushing yourself too hard, which you do tend to do, it's been counterintuitive. Okay. What else for Scorpio? Thank you. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. It could be to do with your career or your finances. It could be to do with your living standards with the King of Pentacles. Your long-term plans for the future. Okay, so this is certainly a situation at hand that you're definitely invested in for the long term. For certain. And that's why it's important to you that it works out. And that's why you've been pushing yourself so hard. Because you've literally been there like failure is not a fucking option. It's just not an option. So I have to push myself harder and harder and harder. But what you've actually done there, Scorpio, with pushing yourself and forcing yourself, like I said, it has been counterintuitive. Okay. The Spirit's saying, look, you don't have to try quite as hard. Take much more of a chill approach to this. Keep it simple. Get back to the basics. Okay. Don't overcomplicate your situation. Let's get you another card for this King of Pentacles. What's this King of Pentacles, please, for Scorpio? What's this King of Pentacles for Scorpio? King of Pentacles. There it is. There it is. Strength off center. So, again, fear of failure with strength off center to clarify the King of Pentacles. Strength In its upright position, it is about strength, courage and diplomacy, but it's also about the gentle art of persuasion. And it came out off center. So this message is about you gently persuading either another person, you gently persuading another person, or gently persuading whatever this is for you to work out. You need another card for that one. Can you tell us more about their strength? Thank you. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. That one came out a little bit squiffy, but we are taking it in the upright position. They're saying for you to remember the checks and balances, the balance to everything, with the Six of Pentacles. Gentle art of persuasion. That's a sort of softer approach. Okay, the whole thing is you've been so freaked out and panicked by, I cannot fail. I cannot fail. It is not an option. There is far too much that's riding on this. And then you've gotten yourself so worked up and in such a state that everything from that point on, it just became overly complicated. Okay. There is a balance here that you are going to strike. Okay, with that Six of Pentacles. So no more forcing something to work. Okay. Was this moonlit wine with the ball in reverse, please? Living in the moment. Yeah, the Hierophant. With the two keys. Hierophant. Teacher. Knowledge. Spirituality or religions. This can be about laws and rules. I need more information. Was this Hierophant? It's also a message about your stubbornness. But I need to know in what context do they... Oh. Queen of Swords, the World. Ace of Swords, the Fool, and Temperance. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcana. There's a careful blend here that is needing to be struck, Scorpio. Okay. Because like I said, at the moment, your energy feels like you've been trying to run at like 100 miles an hour constantly. And that's just not going to work out for you. The Hierophant with the Queen of Swords. Again, a lot of spirituality there with that Queen of Swords. I feel that this is to do with the laws, that like the natural laws of the universe. You're being guided to living in the moment here. Declutter. Declutter your energy. Declutter your mind, your thoughts. Stick within the rules with the Hierophant, as in the spiritual rules. The rules of balance being the major one. The World and the Ace of Swords. End of a cycle and achievements here. A lot of victory, that there's a victorious result for you. There's a good result here for you with the World and the Ace of Swords. I feel that the right people are listening to you. The right people are paying attention. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. And then the Fool and Temperance. Fool is a brand new journey. It's a brand new beginning. It's that surrender, that release. It's that energy of, okay, I'm just gonna see what happens. It's not being attached to the final outcome here, because it's come out with Temperance. Non-attachment, so a lot of focus on non-attachment. So the rules that they're on about is the rules of manifesting, because your first card out was making magic. So when you're too attached to the final outcome, it can screw up whatever this is that you're trying to manifest. Because oftentimes we have a set way of thinking about what our manifestation should look like on its end result, right? So the end result often looks different from what you might have imagined it to be. So they're definitely asking for you to surrender your attachment to what your manifestation is going to look like by the time it's complete, because they're putting emphasis on it, and they're saying it doesn't work that way. You can of course you can have a goal in mind. That's not what they're saying. You can have a goal in mind, but what the final finished result looks like, you're not going to know until you get there. That's why they're saying that they want for you to live in the moment and to simplify things, to be patient, stop having fear that this isn't going to work, because it is going to work. You just needed a reminder about the universal laws and rules here. Okay, and then full circle, coming to completion. The final result coming through, and it's going to make you incredibly happy. So you do get the result that you expect. It just might look a little bit different from what you had imagined it to in your own head, if that makes sense. Right? Was this full circle with sunrise for Scorpio, please? Okay. Yeah, look, the Ten of Pentacles. There's your Midas touch. So you are making magic. Look. Your first card. And then your last card. That's the full circle that they're on about here. That's what you're trying to create then, Scorpio. You're trying to create the Ten of Pentacles. Trying to create the Ten of Pentacles. You're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. Some of our Scorpios might be struggling at the moment because they could be looking at their situation and they're like, fuck me. This is not going the way that I thought it would go. And it's almost like Spirit saying, yeah, just because it's going the way that you didn't think it would go, it doesn't automatically mean that it's a failure or that you're a failure or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite with the Ten of Pentacles and the sunrise. Right? Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. A busy bee. Busy working hard. Co-creating with others or co-creating with the universe. Definitely co-creating with the universe and a star. Wish fulfillment. There you go. It's like you're being reminded, Scorpio, you're not doing this on your own. You're not doing this on your own. It is important that you remember to continue to co-create with the universe rather than this. Because you know, when you push yourself and you cause that resistance and you're pushing away counterintuitively and accidentally, you're pushing away what it is that you're trying to make in your life. That's you no longer co-creating with the universe. So there needs to be more of a breathe out, okay? Ease up that frustration that gets caught up in your shoulders. You probably carry your shoulders really tight, okay? Relax that, ease up, and allow everything to flow. Just like that tide, allow it to flow, allow it to flow. Okay, as soon as you feel your energy going against and actively tensing up and going against that flow, you are running the risk then of accidentally sabotaging your efforts. Just breathe out. Every time you feel that tenseness in your shoulders, and I know it's there, be conscious of it and breathe out. Allow that state. It sounds hippy dippy woo. Okay, I don't give a shit. But it's saying, like, allow that natural state of flow, just like that tide. Okay. Co-create with the universe, and you've got wish fulfillment here at the start, and the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That whale. That's a symbol for ancient wisdom, ancient spiritual wisdom. And with it being cups energy, again, very, very spiritual energy. It's love. It can be love for another. It can also be love for self, love for the universe. So don't forget your spiritual connections here. And work within the boundaries of spiritual law. Okay. Yeah. Ten of Swords under that one. With the Two of Cups. See, Scorpio, I'm reading this energy as someone feels as if I don't succeed at this, that and the next, then I'm not only going to be letting myself down, I'm going to be letting down other people around me also. And it's piling on that pressure on yourself. And it's that pressure that you're putting on yourself that has been working against you in quite a lot of ways here. You have a healing message for Scorpio, please. Healing message for Scorpio. Past is present. There's a bonus message here, Scorpio. There's someone who betrayed you in the past. Yeah, Two of Cups to the Three of Cups. Scorpio, your bonus message, I don't know if it's connected to the message that I've just given you. So again, take it with a grain of salt. The Two to the Three of Cups here indicates someone that you used to deal with who betrayed you in favor of another person. Possibly cheated on you. Could be, but doesn't have to be. A Cancerian, an Aquarius, a Gemini. Could be, but doesn't have to be. They're having some sort of second thoughts here. They're having a lot of regrets here. I'm seeing this as this individual, they understand that they've hurt an innocent person here, that you didn't deserve that sort of treatment. So I don't know if this person is going to contact you. Probably not, but they're certainly thinking of you, and they're thinking of you fondly. Okay, so again, that bonus message is not going to resonate for everyone. Okay, it's absolutely not. So just, if you feel in your heart that that was your bonus message, then it was your bonus message. But don't try and force anything, okay? Right, number 60. Okay, lucidity. I have no idea what that word is. Is it metodolite? I don't know what that is. Metorolite. Metorolite, something like that. Lucidity, weather the storm, and nurture. Okay. So apparently this strange meteorite is also known as a chrome chalcedony and is commonly found in Zimbabwe. It is a cryptocrystalline variety of quartz, meaning that it's an aggregate of many smaller crystals. This card represents the need to be lucid or fluid while weathering a storm. Yeah, just like those tides. It can provide the strength and endurance you need to ride it out. Storms don't last forever. They eventually pass, and all you need to do is take cover and wait it out. It is out of your control, so the storm is out of your control. So you don't need to worry about what the outcome will be, because you can cross that bridge when you come to it. What you can do is remain calm and surrender to the beautiful energy that is cleansing your surroundings and will eventually bring sunshine. Metodolite helps you to connect with your heart chakra, ultimately where you find the balance between your internal and external environments. It is the center of your chakra system. When there is imbalance there, then it creates disharmony between the upper and the lower chakras. Balance in this area can give us the ability to work from a place of love, of giving and receiving. Folklore suggests that metodolite supports the practice of working with plant medicines of all types. Connecting with the plant realm requires connection through your heart. You can endure, you can find strength, and you will heal and cope with whatever life throws at you. Remember that everything happens to you is for you. So what can you learn from your experiences? How can you make the most of what you have been dealt? Or how can you rise above what might seem unsurmountable? While you're weathering the storm somewhere safe and calm, then take time to ponder these questions. Is there an area in your life that would benefit from you being more fluid? Are you weathering the storm, or do you feel as though you're in the midst of it? Meditate with this card or journey to meet the spirit of the stone and ask the stone or your guides to help you find fluidity in your situation. Where is it safe to wait out the storm? Perhaps you're creating the storm or drawing the storm to you. Look inside for your answers. So, yeah, it feels like another message of not making things worse at this time. So if this storm is something that's being created by events or people external to you, then take cover away from that, okay? Disconnect from the people or the events that are creating this sort of energy, And if it's you internally that's creating this storm within yourself through freaking out and panicking about the concern of failing, then they're saying for you to ponder some questions about where can you be more fluid? How can you allow yourself to get more into that state of flow? Okay. Right, so let's take some wonderful words of wisdom from the shitty deck. This deck, it does have swearing in it, so if you're allergic to swearing, then you just don't have to listen. Okay, right. You have to get up every morning and say to yourself, I can do this shit. Yeah, so you've probably just hit a bit of an energetic wall at the moment, or an emotional wall at the moment, and just feeling drained and tired. Okay. You can do this shit, though. You absolutely can. What else is Scorpio? Oh. Hear no shit, speak no shit, and take no shit. Yeah. Right, let's get you. I'm going to use this deck. I can't remember what it's called. But it does have absolutely beautiful messages in there. So what else can you tell us? Thank you. Don't lose sight of your original intention. Like, literally, there it is. Don't lose sight of your original intention. This is the card of intentions. Check inside your heart to see if the path that you're traveling fits in with your original hopes and aspirations. If not, take action, take control, and steer your life back on course. Yeah. So there are ways of which you can steer your life back on course if you feel that something's gotten way out of hand. Okay? Don't lose sight of the original intention that you had. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com for all information that you need about my personal readings. My Patreon is so much to remember. Any links that you need, okay, they're going to be in my description box below or in my pinned comment below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.